the resiliency, overcoming adversity, and then being able to finish the game off?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like we were, trying to find ways how to lose games. I thought the game started off well. I thought our possession, our tempo, things were looking good. We created some half chances, and then, then they scored. And usually we've struggled when teams score. Well, not to say that we didn't struggle. I mean, let's be honest. But the resiliency is always there. That 3-game stretch where we only took a point, the team never quit. I mean, you guys all saw it. I mean, those were gut punches. Those were 3 hard games to try and come back from. But again, credit to the players in that locker room. They're firmly committed to try and make sure that we, make a run at this and see if we can sneak into the playoffs.
Last one from what did Freddie provide for you, and then you pinching in Ladero inside, and then Nuhu going down the wing?
Well, I mean, Freddie Montero, there's people that might think that he's, past his prime, or, there's things that we can say about Freddie, but he scored a lot of important goals for this club over the years. And tonight was one of those vintage performances. As soon as he got on the field, I think the game changed. I think the quality, his quality, his ability to hold things up. He was super motivated to continue what's left of his career, making the playoffs. And so he was very, very good tonight. What we tried to do is just get another attacking player on the field. I mean, Danny had played well. It's nothing against Danny, but I just wanted one more attacker. And I think Albert and, Nico up a line worked. So we'll watch the tape. We'll kind of figure out how we're going to shape the team for Austin. But very good by all the players.
Jeremiah.
So obviously we need to ask about Nuhu's goal. He also had an assist as well. Just kind of what can you say about his performance and how maybe specifically a goal from him changed the crowd obviously reacted to it and how that affected the way the team played.
Yeah. Look, the crowd has been waiting for some time for Nuhu to score a goal. So when it happened, I mean, the place was pretty nuts. I'm sure the Twitterverse and everything is going crazy as well. So that was a positive. But what I would say is that Nuhu's performance, again, some balls that maybe he can do better at. We work with him a lot in training, that final pass, that final delivery. You got to credit the kid for not giving up. Lots of kids, lots of young players, lots of mid-range players, because now he's not a young player anymore, but they might think, well, that's it. But he does the work in training, so credit to him. And, I think it did, Jeremiah, to answer your question, I mean, it did spark the team. I think the guys were surprised that it was his right foot that he scored with. They were ribbing him in there, certainly about that. But it was great. And then the last thing I would say about that is his speech after I gave him the ball, because we always give them a ball for the first goal, was very good, team-oriented. So it was a good way to cap the night.
Great. Over here.
Buenas noches. Felicitaciones por el triunfo. Una entrevista anterior indicó que el equipo no andaba bien anímicamente. Quizás eso tuvo algo que ver en el penal que se falló el día de hoy, donde la parte psicológica parece que está haciendo algún efecto. ¿Han pensado contratar algún profesional en el aspecto que los ayude en el aspecto de psicología para mejorar el ánimo del equipo? Gracias.
Good night and congratulations. In a previous interview, there was mentioned that the team might have been struggling from the perspective of the mood or motivation. And today, even during the penalty, maybe the psychological aspect played an effect. Was there any consideration to hire some professional to help the team from the perspective of the psychological state and the mood?
We already have one. The team already has one. Certain players use him, certain people don't. That's something that, you know, we've addressed as a club, so that opportunity is there. But look, Nico missing that penalty, he never misses. But you are correct. That could have been something that brought the team down. But again, credit to Freddie Montero for believing, the rest of the team for believing that they could score another goal, and they did.
Ya lo tenemos en realidad. Algunos de los jugadores sí lo utilizan, otros no, pero es algo que el club sí endereza. Puede ser que sí, que el penal tuvo algún efecto psicológico. Nico realmente nunca falla y posiblemente esto podría traer el equipo para abajo, pero congratulaciones a Montero por acreditar que podría marcar y que el equipo podía asinalar.
Tim, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Could you talk about how the combo of Danny Leyva and Josh Atencio allowed the rest of the team to play, in particular letting Nico and Albert get into more dangerous positions?
Great question. You know, look, there was a little bit of risk there playing two young players in the middle of the park. You've seen Danny over the course of the last 5-6 games grow a little bit in his confidence, so that was a good thing. But I thought Josh was tremendous tonight. I thought he was very good from his first couple of sequences. You know, his movement was good, his passing was good. So you could tell he was excited to play. And so that is what the intent was from us as a coaching staff, was to get two young kids in there to kind of drive some energy within the team. And then you get a bonus there from how they played tactically and technically. So all around, very good performance by both of them.
Paolo, go ahead.
Coach, congrats on the win. I have two questions, actually. The first one's about Leo Xu, that was not on the bench today. What happened to him?
Injured.
Injured? Thank you. And looking at the last 5 games, how does win change the mood in the locker room for the next 5 games?
Well, it's obviously a little happier, but the team has always been determined. Even after the losses, the locker room might be quiet, but the common thread there is that's a determined group. And, you know, somebody brought up the word resilient. That's a good word. You know, they're going to be happy. They'll be in a better mood tomorrow. But when we come back for training, they will be resilient. We will work hard, we will work smart, try and get a game plan for, you know, a team that's ahead of us in the standings. And, you know, we need to collect more points, especially at home.
Reminder for anybody joining us on Zoom, if you'd like to ask a question, please use the hand raise function. We'll go to Zoom shortly. Anybody else in the room for any follow-ups before we head to Zoom? Cool. I'm not seeing anybody on Zoom so with any hands up, so I will conclude today's presser with Coach Brian Schmetzer.
Yeah.
Oh,
just very quickly, Keith, sorry to hear about your mom, Dawn Thompson Hodo, passed last night. Sorry to end this on a buzzkill, but we're thinking about you. So God bless you.